Hello everybody, welcome along. My name is Benjamin Bloom. This is the Benjamin Bloom football channel. Here comes another transfer update. I think we're up to episode 19 now. Is that right? We will be looking at all of the transfers in and out of the championship from the buying club, the selling club and the players' point of view. We try and cover every single one as this transfer window winds on. Remember, if you've watched these videos before, you will know, but I will tell you if you never have before, that we only talk about done deals here. No rumours. I need to see the player holding the shirt. And if I quote a fee, it's from Transfermarkt. If you would like to disagree with a fee or tell me what you think an undisclosed fee is, please do so in the comments, but quote your source. Sensational stuff coming out of Cardiff yesterday. We have to be a little bit careful with this because we don't know a lot. But Cardiff City have sacked, terminated, finished the contract of Nathaniel Mendez-Laing. And I can read you the statement in its absolute entirety there because it's only one sentence long. This is what they put up there on their website yesterday. Club statement: Nathaniel Mendez-Laing, Cardiff City Football Club has, with immediate effect, terminated the contract of Nathaniel Mendez-Laing. The club will not be making any further comment on the matter. Just incredible. I mean, we often see people, a little bit sensationalist fashion say, oh, this player should be sacked. He should have his contract ended. If I did that in my job, I would be fired. And it never happens because footballers are worth millions of pounds and these organisations have got loads of money tied up in contracts. However, whatever Nathaniel Mendez-Laing has done in order to allegedly breach his contract, which we think he's probably breached his contract, so there would be no massive payoff, has been enough for Cardiff to take this step. We've seen players go to jail and serve time and then get other moves afterwards before. Obviously, I have to be very careful what I say in these. So, I won't even mention any names whatsoever. But it looks like Mendez-Laing, and I mean, I don't want to speculate on anything illegal, but I think if the police were involved, we would probably know because they could go down, the very official route and we probably would have heard from the police. So it must be some kind of internal thing that the club has set up and been breached, or a football thing. And how can I say this without libeling anybody or anything? It is not legal for a football player to gamble on football. So that's a thing that is a possibility in a situation like this, if I've sidestepped that nicely. We don't know. I don't know. It's all speculation. So be careful what you say in the comments, please. Mendez-Laing is a good player. He's really, really quick. He was a cog in Warnock's 2017-18 Cardiff team that got promoted. Remember, Neil Warnock is manager of Middlesbrough. Nathaniel Mendez-Laing is now available, likely on a free transfer, if whatever he's done doesn't see him get banned from football. Remember, the fact that Cardiff have deemed to lose out on a potential asset is telling. So whether or not whatever he's done now means that he gets a ban or not, I don't know. But I'm just saying, if he's not banned, Warnock will take him at Middlesbrough, believe you me. There's his stats from last season: 27 played, 21 starts, 67 minutes a game. Typical winger, if I'm allowed to say that. You can see mainly played down the right, but has been used on the left-hand side. 4 assists, 3 goals. Can operate either side of a 4-2-3-1. 28 years old, as you can see. And big, stacked, very sort of muscular, powerful player, as well as being really, really fast. So a definite asset for a championship club if whatever has happened means that he can go to a championship club. Shall we stop the speculation there? If you want to comment on this, please do, but please be careful what you say in the comments. Let's just say the laws of this country say that anybody is innocent until proven guilty of whatever is alleged. And whatever is alleged is not always true. I think I'll leave Nathaniel Mendez-Laing there and move on to Jacob Brown, who hilariously, as always happens here, let's just put a disclaimer in for today's video. It's 9:28 a.m. So yesterday I filmed my transfer video, switched my phone back on because I don't want it to disturb me during filming. And Stoke City, I think it was like 1:53, and we knew he was there for a medical. Stoke City tweeted 2 p.m. and I'm like, great. So literally 2 minutes before this uploads now, Jacob Brown's going to go through. So he's gone through Barnsley to Stoke, undisclosed fee. If you have a source for that, let me know in the comments. 22-year-old right winger who contributed 3 goals and 9 assists for Barnsley, in that Barnsley team that we found really, really good fun with Moa and Chaplin and Woodrow in those attacking positions at the end of that season, with Ritzheimer going down that right-hand side with him. Interesting stuff. I had Stoke pretty high up in my 1-24 predictions yesterday. Barnsley are happy to sell and absorb, so the fact that they are happy to do this type of recruitment means it's probably a thumbs up from them. I don't know the fee, so we don't know whether anyone's getting screwed. Either way, you would think Barnsley wouldn't be in any need to sell for under valuation, but they like to do the recycling recruitment style that has worked for Brentford and Bristol City and Preston over the past few years in the Championship. There is Brown. It's pretty impressive, isn't it? 39 starts, 3 goals, but obviously the big one there, 9 assists and 7 big chances created last season. So if you got somebody finishing those off, like 9 times happened at Barnsley and could have been another 7 with the big chances, could be interesting at Stoke. 4-2-3-1 we're expecting from Michael O'Neill. I searched up there on who scored right midfielders and front right, and that was what Stoke used there. I think you could probably ignore Lee Gregory and James McLean, who filled in, and Tommy Smith, frankly. He's a right back. Tyrese Campbell's more likely to play down the middle. So really, it's Tom Ince who he's sharing that slot with, 24 appearances for him last season. So be interested what Stoke fans think. Will Brown be a forward? Will he play off the right? Will he play in a front two? I don't know. Interested to see, but certainly he can work as a striker and he can work on the right of a 4-3-3 or a bit further back on the right-hand side in a 4-2-3-1. So looks like a good signing. Thumbs up from me. Here is Mikhail Helik, who has come in at Barnsley. So 1 out, 1 in. I get to the point now with Barnsley where I just get excited whenever they sign someone, because there's been a lot of fun European players who I've never heard of who have gone into Barnsley and spiced up this division great. Completing the undisclosed fee. Again, if you've got an idea, let me know. I think Transfermarkt had something like 700,000 for this one. So Polish outfit, KS Cracovia, 25 years old, centre back. Barnsley used Apo Jaume for 16 games at centre half last season. He did move into midfield a bit as well, didn't he? Michael Solbauer, who the Barnsley fans loved after he arrived there. So you think he's not going anywhere out of the team. Bambo Diaby, who's got this odd suspension, and I haven't heard any news about that. Let me know if you've got any info on that, especially if you're a Barnsley fan. And Mads Anderson as well is there as a centre-half, who the Barnsley fans also love. So they look quite well stocked in that position. But obviously, if it is Solbauer and Anderson, they need backup or a challenge. So let me know what you think, how that might be configured if you're a Barnsley fan. But I don't know the player, but I trust Barnsley's recruitment and Gerhard Struber. Here's David Stockdale arriving back at Wickham. He'd been there on loan last season. Only played 2 games, but as I always say with goalkeepers, generally you get a team of 3 goalkeepers, don't you? An older statesman who's going to be a sub and a mentor, ready to dive in any moment. Your main goalkeeper, which you'd think would be Allsop at Wycombe. And then a young goalkeeper. I know they've taken a guy, and forgive me, I can't remember his name. Wycombe fans tell me in the comments. From who used to be at Manchester City. So it looks like they've got their goalkeeping team sorted out. Stockdale will be a part of that. Remember, this was one of the big, huge contracts signed under the stewardship of Trillian and Harry Redknapp that ultimately put Birmingham in an FFP fail and a -9 points. Remember Stockdale and Hotter, Harley Dean, who else came? A few people came on a few large contracts, let's just say. So Birmingham will be pleased to get him off the books if it's still a big deal there. Off the books as well is Steve Mounier, who has gone to Brest in French Ligue 1. Only 25 years old, actually. 95 appearances for Huddersfield, 19 goals, which considering they've pretty much been losing for over 2 years now, is fairly decent. He's off the books there, as is Bersant Selina. That's a shame. I'm an Ipswich fan. We had Bersant Selina on loan. Didn't necessarily see eye to eye with Mick McCarthy on football matters, but a player with great acceleration, very exciting to watch, gets you out of your seat. Didn't quite put everything together, but been saying for years there's a really good player there. He's gone off to Dijon. That's France as well, is it? Someone will correct me if I'm wrong on that one. Bit of a nomadic career so far, different loans, and I thought he'd found a home at Swansea, but Steve Cooper has got rid. Interesting one there. French top flight, Dijon. 79 appearances over 2 seasons. They're only 24 years old. I hope he gets it together and he finds a home, because very likeable to watch. Peter Atebo has gone out in an equally short statement as Cardiff put out about Mendez-Laing. That's it from Stoke on that. Joined Turkish side Galatasaray on a season-long loan. You can see, if you look right down at the bottom there, big signing there from Ferjani for over 6 million in 18-19 when Stoke City were in the 18-19, 19-20. They weren't in the Premier League, were they? Oh, goodness. Was he Stoke fans? Let me know about that one. I just assumed he'd come on a big Premier League contract. Did Gary Rowett sign him? I don't know about that one. July the 1st, 2018. Stoke have been down 2 seasons. Yes. Oh, interesting. Loaned out to Getafe in January and now to Galatasaray. Looks like Michael O'Neill and the Stoke board now, which did have a change recently, wasn't it? I think one of the coats is now moved to the side. They don't want him on the books. That seems like a financial liability. Looks like Galatasaray have paid a loan fee there. Transfermarkt reporting 600 grand. Couple of youngsters going out. Sam Stubbs to Fleetwood, centre half there. Fleetwood have no centre half, so in he goes there. Jack Evans off to Paphos on loan from Swansea as well. That concludes today's transfer roundup. Get your comments in on all of that. And joining the plugs today, by God, yesterday we launched a giveaway here. I did my 1 to 24 predictions, and because I'm so fed up of the ridiculous comments we get on them, and because we've got a very kind Patreon called Peter Scott, Peter has put up a £100 bounty for you guys. So don't go over to my 1 to 24 and moan about your team and what I've said. You can win a £100 cash prize. Well, cash prize. We'll transfer you the money, PayPal probably by the end of the season. Peter has put it up. I have the money. This is all legit. It is ready. You just have to go follow those instructions there. Comment on my 1 to 24 with your 1 to 24. Subscribe. Put your social media in there, and you can win the prize. So all a bit of fun there. Normal other plugs. Like. Is that in the shot? There we go. Like, comment, subscribe on YouTube. 11,952. Come on, we're nearly at 12,000 now. Fantasy League T5Q BR0 video is on the list to do today. The next Fantasy League video will be going up. If you don't want to see my face, you can listen to all of these shows on podcast. Subscribe over there. Helps with my metrics if you do as well. You can support me financially here, trying to make a go this full time with COVID taking my job. Amazon.co.uk/shop/the Benjamin Bloom Football Channel. If you buy any of the products on my list, or you go through my shop front and then go and click away, we still get a kickback here. It's only small, but every little helps, doesn't it, in these uncertain times. You can subscribe via Patreon for $3 a month. You're basically supporting the price of a cup of tea at the football or a pie or whatever. Get your name in the description and have a chit chat with me over on Patreon. Or for $5 a month, I think it works out about £4.50, you get some Patreon only content, Q&As and vlogs. I am hoping to introduce new Patreon only comment in discussion with other creators over there exclusively on Patreon. You can support the channel if you want to really help me out by fan sponsorship. We have fan sponsors. Russ and the Millwall boys and Peter obviously have come on board there and really helped out there. Sorry to do all of those plugs, but I'm making a go of this now. My missus is back at work in education. I've got to make some money here to keep doing this, and if you enjoy what I do, then please do think about supporting. But moreover, let's keep the football chit-chat going and get your comments in. Buying club, selling club, player, what do you think of those transfers? Thank you very much for watching. Over and out. See you on the next video.